Right now, at this very moment, your blood is traveling through approximately 60,000 miles of blood vessels inside your body. That is more than twice the distance around the entire Earth. Every single second, your heart pushes blood through this intricate network, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every organ, every muscle, every cell that keeps you alive. And here is what most people over 60 never realize until something goes terribly wrong. This system can start failing years, sometimes even a decade, before you ever feel a major symptom. By the time many people discover they have a serious circulation problem, the damage has already been spreading silently through their body, affecting their heart, their brain, their legs, their kidneys, and their ability to live independently. This is not meant to frighten you. This is meant to prepare you. Because what you are about to learn over the next several minutes could genuinely change the trajectory of your health. There are warning signs your body sends when circulation starts to fail. Small signals, quiet messages that most people dismiss as normal aging, tiredness, or just getting older. But these signals are not normal. They are your body crying out for attention. And the difference between catching them early and ignoring them could be the difference between living your golden years with energy and independence, or facing serious complications that steal your mobility, your memory, and your freedom. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you will know exactly what to watch for. You will understand why these signs matter so much after 60, and you will have the knowledge to take action before it is too late. Let us start with something that might surprise you. Poor circulation is not just about your legs or your feet. It affects your entire body in ways that most doctors do not have time to fully explain during a 15-minute appointment. When blood flow decreases, your organs do not receive the oxygen they desperately need. Your brain struggles to function at its best. Your heart works harder to compensate. Your immune system weakens. Wounds take longer to heal. And over time, this oxygen deprivation creates a cascade of problems that seem unrelated on the surface, but all trace back to one core issue. The challenge is that after 60, your cardiovascular system has already been working for 6 decades or more. The walls of your arteries have experienced years of pressure. Plaque may have begun building up without your knowledge. Your blood vessels may have lost some of their elasticity, and your heart, while still remarkably resilient, simply does not pump with the same force it did when you were 30. None of this means you are doomed, but it does mean you need to pay closer attention to the subtle messages your body is sending. Now, there is one particular sign that millions of people experience almost daily, yet almost everyone dismisses it completely. And understanding this sign could be the key to catching circulation problems early. Think about your hands and your feet. When was the last time you noticed they felt unusually cold? Not just momentarily chilly after being outside, but persistently cold, even when you are in a warm room, under blankets, or dressed warmly. This is one of the most overlooked warning signs of compromised blood flow. Your extremities, your fingers and toes, are the furthest points from your heart. They are at the end of the delivery route, so to speak. When circulation begins to weaken, these areas are often the first to suffer. Here is what happens. Your body is remarkably intelligent. When it senses that blood flow is limited, it prioritizes. It redirects blood toward your vital organs, your heart, your brain, your lungs, the parts of you that must survive. And in doing so, it reduces blood flow to the areas it considers less critical for immediate survival. Your hands, your feet, your fingers and toes. So when these extremities feel cold all the time, or when they take an unusually long time to warm up, it is not just a minor annoyance. It is your body telling you that something in your circulatory system needs attention. Many people assume this is just part of getting older. They bundle up more. They wear thicker socks. They avoid cold environments. But adapting around the symptom does not address the underlying cause. And the underlying cause, if left unchecked, does not stay confined to your hands and feet. It progresses. It affects larger parts of your body. And eventually, it manifests in ways that are much harder to ignore. But cold extremities are just the beginning. There is another sign that affects millions of people over 60, often striking at night when they are trying to rest. And this sign can be so painful, so disruptive, that it ruins sleep and leaves people exhausted. Yet most people have no idea it could be connected to their circulation. Imagine this. You are lying in bed after a long day. You have finally gotten comfortable. You are drifting off to sleep. And then suddenly, Without warning, your calf muscle seizes up in an agonizing cramp. The pain is so intense that it jolts you awake. You have to physically massage the muscle, stretch your leg, maybe even get out of bed and walk around until it releases. Sound familiar? These nighttime leg cramps are far more than just a nuisance. When your leg muscles do not receive adequate blood flow, they become starved of oxygen and nutrients. During the day, when you are moving around, the muscle contractions help push blood through your veins. But at night, when you are still, blood flow naturally decreases. And if your circulation is already compromised, your muscles can enter a state of oxygen death. The result is cramping. Painful, disruptive, sleep-destroying cramping that leaves you tired and drained the next day. But there is another version of this that happens during the day, and it is even more significant. It is called intermittent claudication, though you do not need to remember that term. What you need to know is this: if you experience cramping, aching, or fatigue in your legs when you walk, especially in your calves, thighs, or hips, and this discomfort goes away when you rest, that is a major warning sign. It means that when your muscles demand more blood during activity, your circulatory system cannot deliver. The pain is essentially your muscles begging for oxygen they are not receiving. Too many people assume this is arthritis, or just tired legs, or being out of shape. They slow down, they walk less, they avoid stairs, and in doing so, they actually make the problem worse because movement is one of the best ways to stimulate circulation. The tragedy is that by the time the pain becomes severe enough to seek medical attention, significant arterial blockages may have already formed. Now, here is where things get even more concerning. Because the signs we have discussed so far, the cold hands and feet, the cramping, these are uncomfortable but manageable for many people. They learn to live with them. But there is another sign that should never be ignored, a sign that indicates your nerves themselves are being affected by poor blood flow. And when your nerves start sending distress signals, you need to pay attention. Have you ever experienced tingling in your feet? That pins and needles sensation, almost like your foot fell asleep. Except it happens randomly, sometimes even when you have not been sitting in an unusual position. What about numbness? Areas of your feet or hands where you notice reduced sensation, where you cannot feel temperature or texture as well as you used to. This tingling and numbness is called peripheral neuropathy, and while there are several potential causes, poor circulation is one of the most common in people over 60. Your nerves need a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood to function properly. They are delicate structures that rely heavily on nutrients delivered through tiny blood vessels called capillaries. When circulation fails, these nerves begin to malfunction. They send incorrect signals, or they stop sending signals altogether. This is far more serious than just an uncomfortable sensation. Reduced feeling in your feet affects your balance. It increases your risk of falls, and falls, as anyone over 60 knows, can be life-changing events. A broken hip, a head injury, weeks or months of recovery, loss of independence. The consequences cascade outward from what seemed like a minor symptom. But there is another danger that is perhaps even more insidious. When you cannot feel your feet properly, you may not notice small injuries. A blister from ill-fitting shoes, a small cut, a developing sore. These minor wounds, which would heal quickly in someone with healthy circulation, can become serious problems when blood flow is restricted. Healing requires oxygen. It requires nutrients. It requires immune cells that travel through your bloodstream to fight infection. Without adequate circulation, even small wounds can become chronic ulcers. Infections can set in, and in the worst cases, tissue can begin to die. This is why diabetics are warned so carefully about foot care. But you do not have to be diabetic to experience these circulation-related complications. Anyone with compromised blood flow is at increased risk. Speaking of slow healing, this brings us to something that often surprises people, a sign that shows up on your skin in plain sight, yet most people attribute to other causes entirely. Take a moment to look at your lower legs and ankles. Have you noticed any changes in the color or texture of the skin in these areas? Skin that has become shiny or tight, areas that look darker than they used to, perhaps reddish-brown or purplish. Skin that feels unusually dry or flaky no matter how much lotion you apply. These skin changes are direct evidence of poor circulation. When blood pools in your lower extremities because your veins are struggling to return it to your heart, it creates pressure on the tiny blood vessels near the skin surface. Over time, red blood cells leak out of these vessels and break down, leaving behind iron deposits that discolor the skin. The skin becomes starved of proper nourishment. It loses its healthy appearance. It becomes fragile and vulnerable. Some people develop visible varicose veins, those twisted, enlarged veins that appear just beneath the skin surface. Others notice spider veins, smaller but still significant indicators of venous insufficiency. Many experience swelling in their ankles and feet, especially toward the end of the day. This swelling is not just cosmetic. It is fluid that your circulatory system could not properly manage. It is evidence that the return trip, getting blood back from your feet to your heart, is not working as it should. Now, everything we have discussed so far has focused on your extremities, your hands, your feet, your legs. These are indeed the most common places where circulation problems first appear. But there is one more sign that we need to discuss, and it is perhaps the most frightening of all, because this sign does not show up in your limbs. It shows up in your brain. Your brain is an extraordinarily demanding organ. Despite representing only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes roughly 20% of your body's oxygen supply. It is constantly active, even when you sleep, processing information, regulating bodily functions, storing memories, managing emotions. And it has absolutely no tolerance for oxygen deprivation. Even brief interruptions in blood flow can cause significant damage. So when circulation to your brain becomes compromised, the effects can be profound. But here is what makes this so dangerous. The early signs are often subtle. They are easy to dismiss. They look exactly like what people expect from normal aging. Have you noticed that your memory is not quite as sharp as it used to be? That you occasionally forget why you walked into a room? That names sometimes escape you, hovering just out of reach? These experiences are common as we age. But there is a difference between occasional forgetfulness and progressive cognitive decline driven by inadequate blood flow to the brain. Chronic poor circulation to the brain has been linked to something called vascular cognitive impairment. This is different from Alzheimer's disease, though the two can coexist. Vascular cognitive impairment occurs when blood vessel problems reduce blood flow to brain tissue, causing microscopic areas of damage that accumulate over time. The early symptoms include difficulty concentrating, slower thinking, problems with planning and organization, and yes, memory issues. But there are other signs that point to circulation problems in the brain. Dizziness or lightheadedness, especially when you stand up quickly. Brief episodes where you feel unsteady or off balance for no apparent reason. Moments where your vision briefly blurs or darkens. Headaches that seem to come and go without clear cause. These symptoms are often attributed to other factors: low blood pressure, dehydration, fatigue, and sometimes those factors are indeed responsible. But when these symptoms become frequent, when they establish a pattern, they may be telling you that your brain is not receiving the blood flow it needs to function optimally. This is critically important because brain circulation affects everything: your mood, your energy levels, your ability to enjoy life, your cognitive sharpness, your memory of precious moments with family and friends. Protecting circulation to your brain is not just about preventing stroke, though that is certainly important. It is about preserving the quality of your daily experience. Now, I want to shift our focus, because understanding these warning signs is only half of the equation. The other half is understanding what you can do about them. And the good news, the truly encouraging news, is that unlike many health conditions, circulation can often be improved with the right approach. First, and most importantly, if you are experiencing any of the signs we have discussed, please talk to your doctor. Describe your symptoms in detail. Ask specifically about your circulation. Request tests if necessary. Your doctor can check your blood pressure, feel the pulses in your feet, and order imaging studies if needed to see exactly what is happening in your arteries and veins. Do not assume these symptoms are just normal aging. Let a medical professional make that determination. Beyond medical evaluation, there are steps you can take yourself that can make a meaningful difference. Movement is medicine for circulation. When you walk, your calf muscles contract and help squeeze blood back up toward your heart. This is called the muscle pump, and it is remarkably effective. Even if you have leg pain when walking, as we discussed earlier, working with your doctor to develop a graduated walking program can actually improve circulation over time. Starting slowly, walking to the point of discomfort, resting, and then continuing has been shown in multiple studies to help people walk farther and with less pain. If you smoke, or if you have smoked in the past, this is the single most important thing you can change. Tobacco damages the lining of your blood vessels. It promotes plaque formation. It causes your arteries to constrict. It makes your blood thicker and more prone to clotting. Every cigarette you do not smoke gives your blood vessels a chance to heal. Your diet matters more than many people realize. Foods high in saturated fats and refined sugars promote inflammation and plaque buildup. But foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like fatty fish, can help reduce inflammation. Fruits and vegetables provide antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. Fiber helps manage cholesterol levels. Staying hydrated keeps your blood from becoming too thick. Small dietary changes, accumulated over time, can significantly impact your vascular health. Watch your blood pressure. High blood pressure is like a constant assault on your blood vessel walls. Over time, it damages the delicate lining of your arteries, making them stiffer and more prone to disease. If you have been prescribed blood pressure medication, take it consistently. Monitor your numbers at home if possible. This is one of the most controllable risk factors for circulation problems. Similarly, if you have diabetes or prediabetes, managing your blood sugar is crucial. High blood sugar damages blood vessels throughout your body. It particularly affects the smaller vessels that feed your nerves and your eyes and your kidneys. Keeping your glucose levels under control protects these vital structures. There are also simple habits that can support circulation. Elevating your legs when you rest helps blood return to your heart. Avoiding prolonged sitting or standing gives your circulatory system a break. Compression socks, worn properly and with medical guidance, can support your veins. Warm baths or gentle massage can help stimulate blood flow to your extremities. Certain supplements have shown promise in supporting circulation, though you should always discuss these with your doctor before starting them. Omega-3 fish oil, vitamin E, and certain herbal extracts have been studied for their effects on blood flow. But supplements are just that, supplements. They are meant to complement, not replace, the foundational steps of movement, nutrition, and medical management. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with something important, something that goes beyond the medical information we have covered. Paying attention to your circulation is an act of self-respect. It is a declaration that you value your independence, that you want to be present for the people you love, that you refuse to accept unnecessary decline as your inevitable fate. Your body has carried you through decades of life. It has weathered challenges and recovered from setbacks. It has remarkable capacity for healing when given the right support. The signs we discussed today, the cold hands and feet, the leg cramps, the tingling and numbness, the skin changes, the cognitive symptoms, these are not verdicts. They are invitations. Invitations to pay closer attention, to seek help, to make changes that can redirect your path. Too many people reach their 70s and 80s with preventable damage. Damage that accumulated because warning signs were ignored, because symptoms were dismissed as normal, because no one took the time to explain what was happening inside their bodies. You now have knowledge that many people never receive until it is too late. The blood flowing through your veins at this very moment is carrying life to every corner of your body. It is nourishing your heart, feeding your brain, supplying your muscles with the oxygen they need to keep moving. This circulatory system is not something to take for granted. It is something to protect, to nurture, to support with every choice you make. If this video has given you information that could help you or someone you love, please consider sharing it. There are people in your life who might benefit from hearing this message, people who might be experiencing these very signs and not understanding what they mean. You could be the one who helps them catch a problem early before it becomes something far more serious. Take care of your circulation. It is quite literally the river of life that flows within you, and you deserve to keep that river flowing strong for many, many years to come. Stay informed, stay proactive, and most importantly, stay well.